Imagine, if you will, having the audacity to be in your 20s, be living with your mother, then blame your mother for having to live with her. Hey guys, how's it going? That's pretty much what we're going to be looking at today here, and as always, if you enjoy the video, like, comment, subscribe. This is one off of the Dr. Phil kind of plethora of stuff out there. I know there's so much. It's a goldmine of just ridiculous things that can happen, and I'm excited to watch this with you guys, alright? So let's just jump right in.
My mom literally didn't raise me. She just paid bills and put food in my mouth. My mom didn't teach me how difficult life was going to be. She didn't tell me about bills, mortgage, or having to pay taxes.
Okay, sure. Let's say that all she did was feed you, put food in your mouth, teach you how to do everything, you know, raise you, but maybe she didn't teach you about bills, taxes, mortgages, things like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. A lot of people don't get that as a formal part of their education. It's kind of something you just have to figure out. And you know what, honestly, like, it's complicated, but it's not that complicated. You can learn it as you go. The only time you wouldn't be able to is if you're doing something real crazy. You have some weird job where you have some weird deductions and things like that in your taxes. Otherwise, why don't you just use TurboTax and just file your taxes that way? That's not an excuse.
The main thing my mother and I fight about is money. Whenever I don't have money, I'm a piece of shit. Anytime I'm making money, that's when she loves me the most. I'd say I'm a little resentful that she didn't set me up for life. I could have been in a way better position now if I knew exactly what to do.
Okay, dude. Yeah, all of us could be in better positions if our parents raised us a slightly maybe different way, but guess what? You don't have that luxury, okay? Hindsight is always 20/20. You own your own life. It's not your mom's fault how you necessarily turned out, alright? Like, your parents have a huge aspect in what you turn into as you're being raised, but ultimately, you get to decide who you want to be. And you choosing to live at home at the age of 22 with your mom and not have a job, that is your choice. That is not her fault, that is your fault.
The only advice my mom ever told me was to go to school and go to college and get an education. I've always hated the educational system.
Okay, so your mom was trying to set you up better. I could have done so much better if my mom would have set me up to live a better life. Hey, okay, honey, go get an education because that will lead to you having a better life. Yeah, I hate the educational system. I'm not doing that. Yeah, dude, I wonder whose fault it was that you didn't turn out to be better.
Well, first of all, you didn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
So little.
I always told you that school was never my thing. My mom never really taught me anything growing up about responsibility or being an adult. When she wanted to teach me, it was already too late. My mom plays the cancer card a lot. Anytime she meets somebody new, she mentions her cancer.
Yeah, and it seems like every time you meet someone new, you mention about how your mom is the reason that you're not more successful. It's not a very attractive thing to talk about.
I don't have the mental capacity to be the sweetheart that she watches on the Hallmark Channel. Every year she thinks that she's gonna die, but I don't think she's gonna die anytime soon. She's just gonna be a pain in my ass till the day I die.
Dude, one, that's your mom. Two, you're living in her house and you don't have a job. You're an economic drain on your sick mother. You're not the good guy here, alright? She's just gonna keep being a thorn in my side. Yeah, what are you gonna do, man, once she is gone? And then you have to get a real job, and you can't live with anybody anymore. What happens then?
You're 22, right?
Yep.
Okay, and what's your education?
GED.
When did you drop out of high school?
Probably about 9th grade.
Why'd you drop out?
Don't like school.
Uh-huh.
Government institution.
Don't like school. It's a government institution. I'm not a conformist like the rest of you sheep.
2 years ago, I bought him a car. He calls it an old lady car. He calls it birth control because he can't pick up women in it.
Dude, your mom bought you a car. You're jobless, 22, living in your mom's house, blaming your mom for everything, and then she bought you a car and she's still the bad guy in your mind? What's going on here?
He's not thankful at all for that car. The car was brand new, was clean inside, everything was nice. He doesn't take care of it. It's a disaster. The interior is really, really nasty. Michael's not thankful for anything I do.
Well, Vera says her 21-year-old son lives with her, doesn't work, sits at home all day, watches TV, and feels she should take care of him since he did not ask to be born.
Let's get real here, alright? A lot of us have things that happen to us that aren't necessarily our faults, okay? This guy Okay, fine. He didn't ask to be born. Nobody did. Alright? That doesn't mean you just get to shirk off your responsibility, though. And the mom's kind of complacent in this. She shouldn't be giving him that as an excuse. Okay? It's not her fault. I mean, okay, she had him as a kid, but this guy is his own person. He's above 18. He should have a job. He should have his own place. And you know what? There's people out there that are 22 and that are living with their parents. That's fine. I don't care if you still live with your parents. But don't sit there and then blame your parents for every problem that you have. Alright? They're doing a nice thing letting you live with them. They're letting you cut down on your expenses by adding to their expenses. And this dude, he doesn't get it. He's gonna sit there, he's on his mom's couch, digging into a thing of ice cream. His mom gets home, hey, what'd you do today? Why don't you get off, huh? Why don't you hop off? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you're being kinda, like, you're not the good guy. You're not the good guy.
Now, Michael says he is good at staying calm at the beginning of an argument with his mother, but then she pushes him to the edge, and he's known to react. Take a look.
When I speak to Michael about responsibilities, and it gets violent. And when it gets violent, he's had the tendency to hurt me.
It's gotten physical one time with my mom.
Okay, so, my mom never wants to daddy up on me. She never wants to implement any sort of responsibility or discipline in my life to make me a better person. The mom comes in, tries to implement discipline. Michael gets violent with her. He gets violent with his mom for trying to lay down the law because he's living in her house without a job. Give me a break, man. Are you kidding me?
She put her hands up like she was gonna punch me. I was telling her that if she hits me, I'm gonna hit her back. I fall back onto the couch and she lunges at me while I'm falling, and while I'm there on the couch, I just kick her right off, you know. I get her right across the room. It was mainly just to get her off me, you know. Apparently I broke her rib and she called the cops on me, and she lied to the cops, told them that I beat her, and I told her, officer, I didn't beat her, but I kicked the out of her.
He says that like it's a proud story of his. Like he's in a bar with his buddies, telling his buddies, yeah, dude, I didn't beat her, but I sure as heck did kick her.
After that, we've had a couple other incidents. When Michael was younger, he had told his friends that he wanted to kill me. Michael's friends told me that he said these things. I never called Michael on the incident. To this day, he doesn't even know that I know that, but it's always been in the back of my head.
You could kick him out. Like, I know he's your son, I know you love him, and I get that. But at the same time, if he's making threats against your life, and if he broke your ribs by kicking you, maybe it's time to say, hey man, you know, maybe it's time for you to get lost.
You said that she didn't teach you manners and didn't teach you certain things. Did anybody ever tell you that you're not supposed to hit a woman?
I don't like taking abuse, especially from women or anybody, like anybody, you know, and especially a woman that thinks that she could hit me, but I can't hit her because of some gender stereotype.
Congratulations, man. You're a real hero of gender equality. Hats off to you.
Well, I wrote down some of the things you said, and I want to get this in context. You said she's very dramatic about the cancer. You said she just wanted to bitch about how much pain she's in. I can't stand there and listen to her moan.
Yeah, man. How much do you think she likes it that you complain, that you say she's the problem for everything in your life when you're sitting there 22 without a job living in your mom's place? Yeah, I bet you she enjoys that.
I don't care about school. I'm an anti-federalist. I don't believe in taxes. I don't support the government. I hate working for someone else. If I could die any day, it wouldn't bother me. If I was just sitting here smoking a cigarette and died, that'd be awesome.
This guy's a psycho. That's all he is. He's a psycho. That's okay. Be who you are, man. Be who you are. Be a 22-year-old. Live in your mom's house. I don't like the support. I don't like anyone else supporting me. I like to be my own man. That's why I live in my mom's place. Being 22 without a job. I just like to sit down and smoke a cigarette. What's wrong with that? I don't like to pay taxes. Well, good news, dude. Because you don't have a job, you don't have to pay taxes. Must be nice.
I'm an online troll. If women want equal rights, then they're going to get hard lefts.
Oh, dude. He's calling him out. He's calling him out. He's the hero. This guy is the hero that men and women have been asking for. All right? He is He's a feminist hero. He's trying to eliminate all racial barriers, you know? He's bridging the gap between man and woman. He's saying, oh, you want good hard rights, dude? I'll give you hard lefts. I'll give you a left right here. That's my left hand, yeah. So, this guy's a hero.
Charming.
Yeah. Thank you. I try.
Your fear is what? You're going to pass from this world before he's prepared to take care of himself?
That's correct.
Yeah, I hate to break this to you, lady, but there's not much you can really do about that. It's kind of too late. And you know what? It's not even necessarily, at this point, forget everything in the past, at this point, it's no longer the mom's fault. If he's at that point in his life and he's not ready, he's not going to be ready, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's kind of my personal opinion on it, and I want to know what you guys have to say about it as well in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think it's too late for this guy to be redeemed here? And do you think it's, I mean, of course, take the violence out of it. Violence is always wrong, I would say. But in this situation, who's kind of more at fault here? Is it the mom at fault for not raising him right? Is it him at fault for not taking responsibility for his actions? I've made myself clear. I think it's his fault. Pretty much 100% of the way. I'm a big supporter in kind of like, you are who you are. Individually, you need to take your own kind of life by the reins and be who you want to be. And I think that's an important message that needs to be kind of spread out around here. But I want to know what you guys have to say about that. I'm really curious to hear. Also, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. I always appreciate your feedback. But other than that, you guys have a great night.